Hello Scott, this is Joel, man. So this is, like I said, I've been looking forward for several weeks there to get you on the video. Remember, we're seeing that club face actually now has gotten way more open at the top compared to what we first saw, a few months ago, where it was way too shut at the top. So you've corrected that to the extreme there, Scott, in your good efforts over the last couple months. And so I wanted you to work on that yesterday on the video. You see from face on, things don't look too bad there, man. That right arm is a little more bent than I'd like to see at that point. But your hands have kind of worked too hard through there because the face was so open on the backswing so much. But again, it was hard to explain. I didn't want to bother you with all that stuff, just on the range office hours. I wanted you to see it on the video. And so one of the alterations I want you to make is to get that grip set differently, so it look more like this, where you have that kink in your right wrist and it's going to be more in the fingertips of your left hand. Well, that looks pretty good there on the left hand on the old gold, but you want to get that hand, that heel pad, up on top of the club instead of on the side of the club. And you see when I draw that blue line up the shaft now on the good grip, on the new blue grip, it's going through the middle of your hand, whereas the old gold line there was like off your right hand even there, Scott. So that's a little bit of what was causing it to be a little funky for you with the ball flights the last couple months. That's the old gold grip versus the new blue. That's more what you want right there, man. And then as we look at the swing, like I said, yeah, that's more what you want there. I mean, it's just a drill here to work on it while you're down in Naples this week. But even there, see, you felt like you weren't opening the club with your wrists at all. But remember, this is what most of the tour players will feel like. The club face is pointing at the ball farther into their backswing, even to about that point, where you see it's opening relative to the target line, but still pretty square relative to her backbone, like we talked about. So that was better than what you started with for sure. And even right there, see, it feels like to you like you're not opening it at all, but you're opening a little bit there and then squared up at impact. See, closing relative to the target line through there is more what we want. Yep. And so now you see how much better your arms look through impact. Yeah, that face is squared up. There you go, buddy. Relative to your body, though, it's staying square the whole time, right through there. But relative to the target line, remember, it's opening on the backswing, squaring up through impact, closing relative to the target line at that point. Right there. That's more what you want, bud. So hit a lot of balls like that, and that'll really get you oriented, kind of reoriented properly to kind of what square is, open and closed are as you make the golf swing. The next couple weeks, Scott. Yeah, see, that looks sweet there, buddy. Yeah, see, now it's closed over there, and your arms are extended much better than what we saw in that first swing from that face-on angle over here. That's what I was seeing over that range office hours, where your right arm is kind of breaking down too much, too early in the follow-through, and then those hands are really overworked there, because remember, the face was so open up there at the top. You're really having to work hard to close it. So I think you fully understood there yesterday, buddy, that I was seeing all this last couple of weeks at range office hours, and I gave you one or two adjustments, but it's kind of a lot to stomach with me just telling you verbally and you not seeing it on the video. So this looks great over here on our right. And John, obviously you can kind of monitor this stuff with him. Next couple of weeks till I see y'all again when you're back in town. Good. That looks better there on the left. The new blue. Much better there. That look, rather than that right arm breaking down so early there, Scott. But part of the reason it was breaking down so hard is you were trying hard to close the face, but that's because the face was so open on the backswing. So that better grip will make it much more simple for you, and that drill of just turning your shoulders back and through like you're doing here, trying to keep the face square, adding a little bit of hinge like you did on that one is fine, but also this one where you're just turning your shoulders back and through with feels like no wrist hinge is a great way to go to get those feels of that club face where it is during your swing. Thanks so much, Scott. Have a good time down in Naples, man. Look forward to hearing how it goes.